I have a special guest with me today, a friend from Stoneham by the name of Linda Dolan. And the reason why I asked you, Linda, to come on the set is because I know how you have a passion for baking. And I know one of the primary things is scones. The other is breads, Irish breads, and something called Guernsey gosh. Can you tell me what that is?
Guernsey gosh is an English raisin bread. I make it at Christmas time because my kids tell me it's not Christmas without it. But it takes like all day to make because I've got to rise it for 3 hours, let it, then punch it down, put it in pans, let it rise again, and then bake it. So I usually have 2 big bowls going at the same time. So make sure I have enough for everybody at Christmas time.
And I know that you've shared that with us over the years,
Yes,
and
I
it's
have.
worth waiting for it for as long as it has to rise. But today, we've decided to narrow in on scones. And I know we were thinking of a lovely eggnog scone, but that didn't work out because...
Couldn't find eggnog. Yeah, I got a recipe for cranberry eggnog scone. I made at Christmas time, and they were delicious. However, you can't find eggnog this time of the year, so I guess it's only holiday time that I will be making those scones.
Exactly. But I'd like to let the viewing audience know that back in 2012, I did do a show on pumpkin butterscotch scones. And this is in my book, Dessert Gems, but if you do want to access this recipe, it is online on YouTube, and it's episode 8 of Glow's Kitchen at the time. So this is pumpkin butterscotch scones. Now, what we're going to do today is introduce you to blueberry, mini blueberry scones, and then cranberry walnut. We'll do that in circular form. And the last one is the cinnamon chips, which will be done in a pie shape. So there are many variations in size and shapes for scones. So join me to the kitchen.
Well, let's go to the kitchen.
Thanks. You start off with a large bowl and take your dry ingredients, which consist of flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and sugar. Mix them all together. Then you take an egg, milk, and vanilla, whisk it, set that aside. Then you get yourself a grater and you take 8 tablespoons of frozen or very cold butter and grate it into the flour mix. Then blend it so that the butter is coated. Add the wet ingredients quickly. And the last step is to fold in the cup of blueberries. As you see, we have the batter that's well blended, and don't over mix. We'll be adding it to a floured board and then shaping it into the form of a rectangle, cutting a horizontal line and equally spaced vertical lines, and then making diagonals. And we'll be able to get 20 mini blueberry scones. We'll add it to a tray, a baked tray that's coated with parchment paper, and bake it for 15 to 17 minutes in a 400-degree oven. So now, how's this? We can add decorative sugar to the topping. You can use fine sugar as well, but this is sort of like a more crystallized sugar, don't you think?
Yeah, it sort of doesn't melt so much, and it gives it a nice look when they're finished.
Right, and they don't overly swell. I mean, you have to leave a little bit of space in between, but they are in pretty good spacing for baking. So Linda is going to take them off to the oven, and afterwards we'll show you how to make a nice confectioner sugar topping with some of the crushed blueberries.
The drizzle consists of confectionery sugar, milk, a little vanilla, and some blueberries crushed to it. You want to take like a half a cup of confectionery sugar, add a little milk, add a little vanilla, mix it, add the blueberries, if you think it's still too thin, add a little confectionery sugar at a time until you get it to the consistency that you want.
Linda, I do. I like the consistency of the topping. It looks good.
Good.
But I think it's time to check on the scones, so that when Linda comes back, we will proceed to, she will have hers, I have mine, and we want to make sure, put it here. Okay.
Yeah.
And you let it rest for a few minutes, and then take and move it to a cooling rack, and then we will drizzle or spread the coating. And if you want, you can actually, leave the scones plain. They have the crystallized sugar on them. So it's up to you what your taste is. Okay. It's so much easier doing it with parchment paper.
Yeah, I like parchment paper. They don't
Find it.
stick.
Right. Okay, enjoy.
And we'll just make them look appetizer and pretty, and we're all set.
I think if I were to try to drizzle it, I'd make it a little bit stiffer. But this is good for a nice basic coating. Do you see that? Might want to try to just add a little bit more confectioner sugar.
You want a little
And
more?
yeah, I'd like mine to be a little bit pastier. Okay,
There you go.
thank you. It's almost like a frosting mix, and then I can drizzle it. I have more control.
This makes them look appetizing.
Now see, on this one, you can get a zigzag, and it doesn't just completely blend because there's enough confectioner sugar to hold it. This one coats the entire scone, which is fine too. Beautiful. They look terrific. Now just be careful. We will add them to a serving dish to give them a nice presentation.
Nice cup of coffee or hot cup of tea.
Oh
and
my goodness gracious.
we're all set.
In this next segment, cranberry walnut scones, we're using the very same ingredients, all dry ingredients, the same as with the blueberry scones, same with the egg, the milk, and the vanilla. Then we're taking the 8 tablespoons of frozen unsalted butter, again grating it, immersing it into the bowl. We'll add the liquids, stir it gently, very quickly but gently. And the only difference is we're going to be adding a cup of chopped cranberries and a half a cup of chopped walnuts. And again, fold it over. It's very much the same, except 375 degrees, 18 to 20 minutes. I'm preparing the frosting. Linda has her own. She's doing the plain, and she's gone to get the wonderful cranberry walnut scones. and just place it on the mat. And we'll take and remove them very gently to a cooling rack.
Oh, good, I don't have one. I'm missing my spatula.
Here you go.
Okay.
That. And
They smell good.
right, I'm adding little pieces of cranberry into my frosting. You're staying with the plain.
Plain and a
we're
few
both
nuts on top.
right. We'll both add the walnuts. Oops. Good. Oop, be careful. Okay. Now we'll just remove this whole board
Wood. Okay.
so that you can pull that forward. And we will now proceed to make the topping. So I like a thicker paste, but I don't know if I add the cranberries in if it's going to stay thick. But how's yours?
Mine's coming. I might
Okay.
need a little more milk, just to,
That, okay, and I have a little bit more here if you want it.
or maybe a few
But
drops of
I'm
vanilla.
going to try to make mine thicker. Of course, I have a nice pink tinge to mine.
And I
that.
got white with a little vanilla in it. Did you want a
And
little vanilla?
I have a lot of walnuts here. Okay, let's give it a try. So we take one and just coat the top. I have a pretty good consistency. How about you?
Yeah, I think mine's good too.
Okay. And with some, I'll add the walnuts. With others, I'll choose to just have a simple confectioner sugar topping. How's yours look?
Mine-
Nice.
They look good.
Very nice. I'm going to do one that's plain. Not everybody likes nuts. But then again, there's a little bit inside the mixture. Boy, they really came out good.
They look good. They smell good.
And you can make these in triangular pie-shaped form. You can make them any shape you want. We're just trying to show today all the different choices.
And they freeze well.
Absolutely. Another thing too, they only last a couple of days in room temperature, but they freeze for up to 3 months. So you're right, freezing is the way to go. And then you just take them out, heat them, microwave them, and they are delicious. We can leave a few with just the regular sugar topping on it
Yeah,
too.
I'm running
people
out
just
of-
like it plain. So leave a few and then add a few walnuts. And they're ready to be eaten. In this last segment, we're doing the cinnamon chip scones, and we're making it in the shape of a nice thick pie, and we'll cut it in 8 different sections. The ingredients are a little bit different. We're doing the same amount of flour, the 2 cups, but we're doing a little less, 2.5 teaspoons on the baking powder. Then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and the sugar the same, 1/4 cup of sugar, and we're adding in a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then we're also adding in a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. We're adding an egg and also this time buttermilk. Mixing everything together with 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So we're going lighter on the butter. Mixing everything together, and then we're also, after we blend everything, add in a 1/2 cup of mini cinnamon chips. And we'll bake this in a 400-degree oven for 20 to 22 minutes. Lynn, we did it.
We did it.
3.
3 scones, and they all look delicious.
Thank you so much
Let's
for
go home and
joining
have
me.
a cup of coffee and enjoy some of the scones.
Will do. And thank you for joining us. And please check us out on YouTube, and all the recipes will be there for you. And if you have any questions, you can contact me at glomez@verizon.net. Have a great scone day.